Merry Christmas, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm delighted to be one of your worship associates this evening. We acknowledge that our FirstU campus is located on traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded Algonquin Anishinaabe territory, and that the work of reconciliation is a responsibility of our congregation and of all Canadians. Our goal is to educate ourselves and all those who have the willingness to understand, to be of service to those who are at risk, and to advocate for justice. This evening, each of us is welcome. We of any heritage or faith, whatever our burdens, of any culture or race, of any gender or orientation, in any body, all that we are. We are all a part of this spiritual community. With that said, let us begin our celebration by singing number 253, O Come All Ye Faithful, in the gray hymnal, and we'll skip the Latin.
You know, Chris, with that Latin, when one of our office volunteers saw that we weren't going to be singing the Latin, they complained. And I said, this is a Unitarian congregation. You can sing whatever words you want as long as they match fairly closely. Merry Christmas, one and all. I am sure this will be a truly magical evening. This is the season when a special magic overtakes us, when all together we remember a birth and the bright promise of every birth, every new beginning. This is the season when we remember the promise of a better world, which a young adult named Jesus shared with us long ago, a person who was once born in a manger in a small little village called Bethlehem. Tonight, as we light our chalice, we honor the light inside that tiny baby and the light inside each and every one of us. And we honor the star that shone over the cradle, pointing the way to hope and love, that they may indeed last forever. Together we will sing songs of old and look into each other's faces lit by candlelight as if for the first time. Before we return to the story of old, one of that faraway birth in Bethlehem, let's sing once more the Wendat Huron carol with some lyrics that may be new to you on the screen above. In the spirit of reconciliation, this evening we sing this carol with lyrics of indigenous authorship by D.L. Seaborn. These lyrics reflect stories that the Wendat themselves would traditionally have been sharing during wintertime. Let us sing once more.
Well, that was wonderful. Good evening. I am Guy, your other worship associate this evening. Our first reading of the evening is from the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verses 2 to 6. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shined. You have multiplied the nation, you have increased its joy. They rejoice before you as with joy at the harvest, as people exult when dividing plunder. For the yoke of their burden and the bar across their shoulders, the rod of their oppressor, you have broken, as on the day of Midian. For all the boots of the tramping warriors and all the garments rolled in blood shall be burned as fuel for the fire. For a child has been born for us, a son given to us. Authority rests upon his shoulders, and he is named Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
Our next reading is from the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 1 through 13. In those days, a decree went out from Emperor Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration that was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to the city of David called Bethlehem, because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to be registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for her to deliver her child, and she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in bands of cloth and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. In that region there were shepherds living in fields, keeping watch over their flock by night. Then an angel of the Lord stood before them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger." And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and singing.
It's okay, you could have clapped. That was really awesome. Our next reading is from Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. Jesus was born in Bethlehem, in Judea, during the reign of Herod. About that time, some wise men from eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him." King Herod was deeply disturbed when he heard this, as was everyone in Jerusalem. Then Herod called for a private meeting with the wise men, and he learned from them the time when the star first appeared. Then he told them, "Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child, and when you find him, come back and tell me so that I can go and worship him too." After this interview, the wise men went their way, and the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother, Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him. They opened their treasure chests and gave him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh.
Those were the gifts given the baby Jesus. Let us be generous with ourselves as well tonight. Join me now in a meditation for Christmas Eve by Elizabeth Stevens, followed by a moment of stillness. This is a safe place for the brokenhearted. Breathe with me. Joy doesn't bloom in the absence of sadness, but in the aftermath, when our tender hearts are touched by an act of kindness or a thing of beauty. Hope's light sparks in the midst of despair, like the bright stars in the night sky, like the candles we light, the flame we pass hand to hand. Peace finds us when we turn inward in times of challenge and strife. We create peace when we confront injustice and heal the wounds of war. And love, oh love, always woven together with loss, love's inevitable price tag. Christmas doesn't come to banish our broken hearts. It blooms through the cracks. My brave beloveds, the great heart of the world beats in us. It has kept a steady tempo throughout history, and it will not let us down, no matter how bruised and battered our small hearts might be. We breathe together, our hearts beat together, and together we go on. With that promise in our hearts and with our chalice flame alight, let us sing together now, Night of Silence. The lyrics are above.
You know, on Sundays, when sometimes I follow the choir, I say, "We can go home now." That's the note to end on. But you pay me to say a little more, so we're going to say a little more. I'll start a short reflection with a piece titled "The Moment of Magic" from Victoria Safford. Now is the moment of magic, when the whole round earth turns again toward the sun. And here's the blessing. The days will be longer and brighter now, even before the winter settles in to chill us a little more. Now is the moment of magic, when people, beaten down and broken, with nothing left but misery and candles and their own clear voices, kindle tiny lights and whisper secret music. And here's the blessing. The dark universe is suddenly illuminated by the lights of the menorah, suddenly ablaze with the lights of the Kinara, and the whole world is glad and loud with winter singing. Now is the moment of magic, when an eastern star beckons us all toward an unknown goal. And here's the blessing. They find nothing in the end but an ordinary baby, as if there is such a thing, born at midnight, born in poverty, and the baby's cry, like bells ringing, makes people wonder as they wander through their lives what human love might really look like, sound like, feel like. Now is the moment of magic. And here's the blessing. We already possess all the gifts we need. We've already received our presents, ears to hear the music, eyes to behold the lights, hands to build true peace on earth, and to hold each other tight with love. The secret is, and I think we all know it, all who are here at least, is that we celebrate Christmas because we need Christmas. Oh, maybe not all the hubbub, the racing around hither and yon. We just do that to occupy our time, I think. I really can't explain it. But we get on flights, we get in the car, families come together. If at any time of year, this is the time for that. College students come back home, and if they're good, they don't bring their laundry, or at least not much of it. We need to be with those we love the most, family and closest friends, especially when night is less, because the winters here are long and cold, and they require warm, beating hearts to carry us through. This is my third Canadian winter. I know this. And I know you know it too. We need to come together in the evening, not just on the morning, when light is less, to light a candle or two, to sing songs that we may never sing at other times of year. We need to see each other by candlelight. We need to remember that we have it in our hands to give gifts symbolizing that we know one another, that we love one another. The magic is in using Christmas to practice these arts and to continue them when the next month and the next month and the next month roll around. Our choir has a song about the darkness of winter and the beauty carried within.
Snow
That was lovely. Thank you, choir. Tonight, as on every night, we rely on your generosity as much as ever. Whenever and wherever you are watching this, you are invited to go to our website or contact our finance manager to find out how you might keep up with your pledge or make a donation. Feel free to start passing the baskets. Tonight, we will dedicate our offering to the congregation's Benevolence Fund. This fund helps those within our faith community, as well as other friends, meet needs they otherwise would not have been able to meet. Groceries for the holidays when food prices have soared, a trip to visit a close family member after a serious accident when the household budget would not stretch that far, help with an unexpected vehicle repair, that sort of thing. Checks and e-transfers for the center can be sent to and made out to FirstU with Benevolence Fund in the memo line. If you provide your mailing address, you'll be sent a tax receipt for any donation of $20 or more. Our gifts are freely given and gratefully received. We dedicate these gifts to the work of our community, serving human wholeness, caring for the planet, upholding religious freedom, welcoming the stranger, and loving one another. And soon we'll be singing together again, Joy to the World, which is number 245 in your gray hymnal.
Technical difficulties.
There you go.
Technical difficulties. I always feel I'm a bit like the phoenix rising. But I'm told if I don't use this thing, I can't be seen, so. Most of us are familiar of the story of the kings, the wise men. But what about the queens? Nobody's heard about the queens. until Norma Farber wrote about them. These are her words. The queens came late, but the queens were there, with gifts in their hands and crowns in their hair. They'd come, these three, like the kings, from far, following, yes, the guiding star. They'd left their ladles, linens, looms, their children playing in nursery rooms, and told their sitters, "Take charge, for this is a marvelous sight we must not miss." The queens came late, but not too late, to see the animals, small and great, feathered and furred, domestic and wild, gathered to gaze at a mother and child. And rather than frankincense and myrrh and gold for the babe, they brought for her who held him a homespun gown of blue and chicken soup with noodles too, and a lingering, lasting cradle song. The queens came late and stayed not long, for their thoughts already were straining far past manger and mother and guiding star, and a child aglow as a morning sun, toward home and children and chores undone.
Much easier the second time. In a moment, we will light our candles. Just a quick pointer, our Christmas elves will be coming down the aisles to light the first candle in each row. It's safer for all involved if the lit candle remains upright. Otherwise, you end up dripping wax into interesting places. If you want to light your candle, you take your unlit candle, you tip it into the flame, and then you hold yours up for the next person to light their candle. And now you know how to exit the airplane safely. But seriously, a candle is but a single flame. Yet, where there is darkness, no light is small. Any light offers hope. We hope for the growing warmth of the sun to illuminate a clearer path for us in the days ahead. We hope for renewal and reunion with the oneness of all life. Now, more than ever, we realize that our hope is attached to everyone else's hope. That may be the most profound meaning of this season. Our hope is attached to everyone else's hope. So now, let your candle be lit by your neighbor. I'm looking for my elves. Elves? Don't make me ho, ho, ho. I did that once. Well, the elves will be down shortly. And whether your candle is lit by friend and neighbor or stranger, let us see one another by candlelight once again. When we share our light, our inner light, which is like a flame that can spread warmth among us, we help to brighten our world and spread the good news of peace, hope, and love. In the true spirit of Christmas, may each person here bring light to the world. And once we've finished lighting our candles, we will sing once more.
Look around, friends. Look around. We don't get any better looking than this. And we're beautiful. We are beautiful together. Benediction from the late Howard Thurman. When the songs of the angels are stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes and queens are back home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among warring siblings, and to make music in the heart. Merry Christmas, one and all. Merry Christmas.
There we go.
Good thinking. Yeah.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, sorry, the school was giving me trouble.
No,